Our biggest challenge is to ensure that we have the budget that we had done in the last year to make sure that it's implemented to the dot by the end of this 12 months. We are in March now, heading to April. We have 2 months and a few days to close the financial year for this particular year. And I want to invite the chairpersons of committees to a liaison committee this afternoon, where we should be able to ask ourselves how much of the budget that we passed here has been implemented, and what is pending, and where are we, so that we can get a report from each committee through the chair in the next 1 week to ensure that we are able to tell which ward the project has been implemented, what is pending, and what needs to be done from the executive to ensure that we have all these projects we did last year are implemented. Because what will happen is, if we don't do that, at the end of this year, we'll have all the programs that we did for the last year budget moving forward to 2024, 2025. And that means at the end of the day, even if we talk about so many things to be done in SIMBA, so many things to be done in Kisii West, it will be a waste of time because I will have carried forward a lot of projects. I want to ask the members that as we hold this meeting this afternoon for the liaison committee, that we able to hold the chief officers and the ministers into account and get proper reports on implementation of the previous budget. Then this particular report will be able to guide the House and also the MCAs for different wards to understand the level of implementation in terms of all the projects and all the departments. So I will ask that the chairpersons of committees who I chair through the liaison committee, that through the meeting we will ask that the next week our discussion should be based on implementation of the previous budget and exact timelines for us to be ensured that we have this budget implemented fully. So thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, and I want to ask that given the time, we could have put a question, but I've seen honorable members raising their hands.
Honorable Gugu, thank you.
Honorable Speaker, I want to be very brief. I support Honorable Mairura, Honorable Ndali, Honorable the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Edina, and the like. Honorable Speaker, I want to draw the chair budget to page 27. Honorable Speaker, on page 27, on the Department of Lands and Housing, I've not seen the current affairs in this country, Honorable Speaker, from the head of state about affordable housing. It's not mentioned anywhere, and you know housing is devolved, it's a devolved function. So I may say that's a good project. I will enable it in that area. And Speaker, I also want to agree with the minority about the village administrators. But Speaker, even not on about the ECD teachers, but Speaker, let us be realistic. It's a good idea. I've been also advocating for that. But Speaker, our wage bill is 62%. 62%. Is it possible? Let all the members think about it. I've approached the service board, Honorable Speaker. My ward has no ward admin. They have told me they are not employed because of lack of resources. I don't know how we will be able to employ when our wage bill is 62%. So it's all of us to think and how to do this. I want to give the chair and the budget committee, because I need $1 billion, is realistic. They are giving us estimates. At the end of the day, when we get the actual resources is when we spend. So when we spend $1 billion, this is a good idea. Chair, we should be ambitious in what we do in this county. Finally, Honorable Speaker, because of time, and the next motion is for my committee, I request you to put a question.
Honorable members, I know this is a very critical issue we are discussing, and nevertheless, for those who have heard what Honorable Rito Manuda said, what Honorable Bosia said, this is just a plan we are planning as the Assembly, and there are several documents which we can interact this document with as we move forward as an Assembly. Honourable members, I now put a question which is that this House adopts a report of the Select Committee on the Budget and Appropriation Committee on the Kisii County Annual Development Plan for the financial year 2024-2025, laid on the table on 6th March 2024. As many of the same opinion say aye, As many of the control being say nay, the I have it. Before I move on, members, to the next order, I have the following communication to make. Honorable members, I know on 22nd February 2024, pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution of Kenya, 2010, as read together with the Standing Order number 60 and 61, this House approved the motion for the removal from office of the Deputy Governor of Kisii County, His Excellency Dr. Robert Monda. Honorable members, on Thursday, 14th March 2024, the Senate upheld the impeachment motion passed by the Kisii County Assembly. Consequently, honorable members, Honorable Robert Monda ceased to hold office. Honorable members, Section 33, Subsection 10 of the County Government Act number 17 of 2012 states that a vacancy in the office of the governor or deputy governor arising under this section shall be filled in the manner provided for by Article 182 of the Constitution of Kenya. Further, honorable members, Section 32T, subsection 1 of the County Government Amendment Act number 11 of 2020 states that where a vacancy arises in the office of the deputy governor, as provided for under Section 32C, the governor's shall within 14 days nominate the deputy governor, and with the approval of the county assembly, appoint the deputy governor. Subsection 3 of the County Government Amendment Act number 11 of 2020 states that the county assembly shall consider the motion for approval for the appointment of the deputy governor within 14 days and resolves whether to approve the motion and be deemed to approve the motion for the appointment of the deputy governor upon the lapse of 14 days, and having failed to make a resolution. Honourable members, I am pleased to inform this Honourable House that I have received a communication from His Excellency, the Governor of Kisii, Paulo SIMBA ARATI, which reads as follows. Submission of nominee for the post of the Deputy Governor for vetting by the County Assembly of Kisii. Pursuant to provision of Section 32T of the County Government Amendment Act 2012, as led with the provision of the Public Appointment County Assembly's Approval Act number 5 of 2017, I do here nominate the following person as on bureau for the position of the Deputy Governor for the vetting and approval by the County Assembly. Name, Mr. Elijah Opepo. ID number 16004184. Honourable members, pursuant to Article 179 subsection 2 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and the Standing Order number 185, subsection 4, I hereby commit the nomination of Mr. Richo Beppo as the Deputy Governor of Kisii County Government to the Committee on Appointment for vetting and report back to this House within 14 days. Next order.
Order number 9, Mr. Speaker, sir, is a motion, report of the Public Accounts and Investments Committee by Honorable Timothy Ogugu, the Chairman, Public Accounts and Investment Committee.
Honorable Ogugu. I'll put the point of order is not what the Speaker said, because you cannot challenge the communication of the Speaker. Proceed, Honorable Ogugu. But the point of order, proceed. I can congratulate me, Honorable the Governor. Fine, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know, it is almost lunch, Honorable Speaker. The sugars are not okay. And I cannot challenge what you have read because you have the mandate given to you by this House. But Honorable Speaker, I just raised to make an inquiry through the chair and those who have relevant information, whether we have a statement to that effect over what you have read, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Boss, I have told you, you cannot challenge what the Speaker has led. You come to more if you want further clarifications. Honorable Ogugu, proceed. Okay. Point of order, Honorable Ndari. And you mentioned the order.
Mr. Speaker, I was just standing on standing order number 93. But Mr. Speaker, I've realized Honorable Wu has not moved the motion. Therefore, let me wait until he moves the motion, Mr. Speaker, so that I can raise that point of order.
Thank you. Honorable Wu, proceed.
Honorable Speaker, before I move this motion, I want to give my congratulations to the women of this Honorable Speaker is good. Now the judicial Honorable Speaker, the Chief Justice, the Deputy Chief Justice, and the Registrar of the Honorable Speaker of the Judicial House Commission is headed by Honorable Speaker by women. Honorable Speaker, we are heading there. I've been agitating for the first Honorable Speaker. I'm surprised that the honorable members that gender in this House have not continued to speak their own. Honorable Speaker, for a long time. Honorable Speaker, let me move the motion. Honorable Speaker, move that this House adopts the report of the Select Committee on Public Accounts and Investments Committee of the Auditor's General's Financial Report of the Kisii County Executive for the period ended 30th June 2022 and laid on the table on 19th March 2024. Honorable Speaker, I'm privileged to chair this committee. Honorable Speaker, I want Honorable Speaker to highlight the key areas for honorable members to go through this report. I hope they have copies so that they can be able to penetrate on what the committee has done. Honorable Speaker, the mandate of the committee is spelled out in 1.1 on page 2. Honorable Speaker, the Public Accounts Committee shall be responsible for the examination of accounts showing the appropriation of the sum voted by the county assembly to meet public expenditure and of such other accounts laid before the county assembly as a committee may think fit. Honorable Speaker, this is what we have done. Honorable Speaker, you can look on the guiding principles on page 3 on the Constitution, and on Honourable Speaker, and other laws of this land. Honourable Speaker, Article 201. Honourable Speaker spells out what has been done. Honourable Speaker, and at page 2.
Mr. Speaker, and the standing order says seek leave to move that this county assembly do now adjourn. Mr. Speaker, we passed a proposal, a procedural motion for this, Mr. Speaker, the taking through of all the memoranda, Mr. Speaker, which have been forwarded to this county assembly for approval. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I know we adjourned that we are not meeting in the afternoon session, Mr. Speaker. But we were also to leave earlier, Mr. Speaker, because the officers are waiting for us so that they can take us through, Mr. Speaker, the memoranda, so that we can give the governor or the county executive time, Mr. Speaker, to implement. That is the reason, Mr. Speaker, and they had asked us as the commission, Mr. Speaker, to make sure that there is lunch. Lunch also, Mr. Speaker, is the sugars are going up, and at least people can go earlier, take lunch, and Mr. Speaker, have the discussions. That's the reason, Mr. Speaker, I'm seeking that we do now adjourn the House, and I ask the leader of majority, Mr. Speaker, to second me. Thank you.
Honourable Member, before I wish that before Honourable Leader second, we allow him to move his motion, be seconded, so that when we come next time, we just proceed for. Yes, Honourable Nderi.
Honourable Speaker, whereas I support Honourable James Ondari, I agree that the former leader, not necessarily from the standing order, does not need to complete the motion was moving. And I draw your attention to standing order number 28, Honourable Speaker. Standing order number 28 says a member may at any time for reasons stated seek leave to move that this county assembly now adjourned. And Honourable Speaker, if you go to standing order 129, it talks about the resumption of interrupted business, Honourable Speaker. We will give Honourable Timothy Wu an opportunity to commence from where he has left. It does not necessarily require that he has got to complete, Honourable Speaker, and I second the motion moved by Honourable James Ondari.
Can I put the question? Yes, the mover. Just
Mr.
yes,
Speaker,
just,
I not
no,
seconded.
Just 1 minute. The mover. Yes, 1 second. No, he has a burning issue. Yes, Honourable Wu.
No, Speaker, now the motion has been seconded by Honourable Nderi. And look, I want to say something, Honourable Speaker, because members, Honourable Speaker, are tired. These are very key, Honourable Speaker, report. That I request that if it can be seconded, Honourable Speaker, we move the motion of the members, seconded, Honourable Speaker, because I'm seeing the speaker levels are very high. No, that is not, it's just diverting. He's getting tired because he's angry. He's diverting attention, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I look at I know my colleagues in this House, Honourable Speaker, they're tired.
I think, Honourable Wu.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Note that the honourable members are tired. It is true that yesterday we moved the motion here, and the time has come for it. It was not the House business wish that we finish your issue today. But because of what we did yesterday, And you see, those are people are waiting as the other side. Kindly allow the leader John to second the motion so that we proceed with your motion from where you have left. You will start afresh when we meet next time. So that, you know, it is true, as Chajo has said, this is a very critical document for us as the Assembly and as the government. Given the fact that this is, at this time, we may not concentrate, and it can give you a good opportunity. That's the first business we'll start with next week. Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I stand to second, and I really thank the mover because he has read the mood of the House, that Mr. Speaker, members need to go and do some other business. We need to deliberate. Mr. Speaker, especially, you know, the people from the, you know where, we need also to go and support the DG who is coming.
Leader propose.
Mr. Speaker, I don't want to. I stand, Mr. Speaker, to second Honorable Ndari. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, I now propose a question which is that pursuant to standing order.